What's going on YouTube? So today we're going to do a tutorial about the orb strategy. I usually trade it on the New York session, and there's a traditional way and there's a scalping way. So I'm going to break down two ways you can use the orb strategy and the tools that you may need to make it easy for you guys to do. Today's Friday, the 29th at 4 p.m. Market's about to close soon, but let's go ahead and practice, all right? So the strategy is the orb strategy. Every morning at 9:30 Eastern time, you come in here on your 15-minute chart and you look for 9:30. This is your 9:30 candle right here. This is a 15-minute candle. Once the 15-minute is finished, you move. It will create another candle here. So in practice, we will put a line across. Here we go on each side of the candle. Let's move this a little bit here. Make sure. All right, boom. Once you make your lines on the 15-minute chart, I would suggest for you to go to the 1-minute chart. Let me just shrink this a little bit so you guys can see. All right. So, like I said, at 9:30 it starts. At 9:45, that's when to mark your lines across, and this is your orb. Basically, this is what you're using. Now, in hindsight, of course, anybody could tell you this. When you go ahead and do these lines on a chart that's already pre-made, of course it looks like, oh, I definitely would have went long or short, but you really don't know until you really practice you start practicing this strategy. Now, the traditional way is this. If it breaks orb, right, you will try to go long. However, as you can see in this chart right here, it will return back sometimes. Not all the time, sometimes. I've seen it go all the way to the moon. And whoever took that trade made bank. But we're gonna focus on this, all right? So usually you want to put a midline. A midline is where, make sure I get this clean as possible. All right, so let's see, can we change the colors? Yes, we can. Let's change it to white. There we go. So the midline is more or less tells you the body of the orb. So, for example, let's say if I was trading the orb on this time, I would have been scalping, because as soon as it hit here, let's see, 9:40, 9:45, boom. Okay, so I would have started practicing here. I would have. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I would have tried to short this by using small micros. I would have been stomped out. But once I saw this right here, this would be a good indication for a long. For long mean buying. Now, if you continue, once you continue here, you could see the things going south, especially once you see this tag right here. The trick of this trade is basically you got to make sure that you use small micros if you're starting off. If you're using mini, just use one mini. When it fluctuates, it does fluctuate a lot, but as you can see, there are patterns you can use for this. Now, there are tools to make it a lot more easier for you to look at. The tool I use is this right here, and it breaks it down for you. So let's say, for example, as you can see, if I would have took this right here, this buy right here, I would have scaled it up a little bit here. If I would have took the sell right here, I would have gone ahead and sell right there. Again, another sale. This was a loss, but this is a win. So you can see, loss, and it gets choppy. However, if you do like 1 or 2 trades a day, you'll be fine. You can't go wrong with this. Now, for this tool right here, this tool is invite only. I suggest that you go ahead and try it. There are multiple orb strategy, but this is catered to more for the scalping the orb. I've seen a lot of people use this, make good money of it with good discipline and great money management. If you want to know more about this and the classes that I taken, these are not my classes. I tell you what, they're good for the value of it. I can vouch for that. Uh, the link is gonna be on the bottom of the description, so that way you can go ahead and make your decision. But hey, it's better than it's better than just scrolling down YouTube University and not curving your learning. So I would suggest for you to go ahead and click the link below and